Hey, it's EfreetEater. How's it going today? What did you guys think of the new episode of Samurai Jack, Season 5, Episode 5? I thought it was amazing. There's a lot... Oh, man, look at this guy falling on me. There's a lot that happened in this episode, and I think it's going to be tough to talk about this without spoilers, but without giving any spoilers, I'll say that it had a lot of character development and a lot of plot development, and we saw the return of an old character, only for a short time, and we saw some changes in some other characters that were expected, but I would have expected them a little slower. I think this was a really, really well-paced episode. It had a lot of action, and the action was relevant to the plot. And then at the end, there was kind of a cliffhanger that was very surprising, and I didn't expect it at all. But again, yeah, there was a lot of action. It was just a really exciting episode, and it moved quickly. Anyway, now we're going to get into the spoilers. Ooh! Alright, so, first off, the Scotsman came back, right? So the Scotsman came back, but only for a short amount of time. He was leading an army on an assault onto Aku's tower, and the army was consisted of a lot of his clan members, but also many of his daughters. And there was a somewhat funny segment where he tells them to cover up. They're going. It looks like they're going dancing, which was like funny, but it was also like, oh, misogyny, right? So that happened, and you know, as he's leading the charge, he's a very old man. He's killed. Pretty much the entire army is killed except his daughters. Aku comes and destroys them. He tells them to flee, and he holds them off, and he's killed. But they take his sword, which is destroyed, and they are able to use the Celtic magic, as he calls it, to bring him back as a spirit, which was cool to see him back like that. But it kind of made me it made me upset, right? I didn't want him to die, and I kind of wanted to see him more as the old man interacting with Jack than as a ghost. There was also kind of this strange fan service kind of shot where they're bringing him back, which I thought was kind of neat in a way, because you don't normally see that with these types of like body types. You know, the women are sort of more like curvy, I guess. So you don't really see that usually. Next, we're back with Jack and Ashi, and Ashi is warned by her, like, mother, the strange masked figure, about Jack, and she tells Ashi to assassinate Jack. And Ashi doesn't want to do that, and Ashi actually, she says, you know, he saved me. And Ashi wants to know about the, you know, like, what the truth is behind all of this, and she goes for... She, like, sees him sitting over there, and he, like, calls on this sea dragon, and it gets very, like, Boris Vallejo or, like, Julie Bell 80s, 90s fantasy cover art, like that. So she wants to know about how Aku is bad or good, or, you know, what's the story? What did Aku do to this world? And Jack tells her to wait till morning. He originally wants her to go away, but he's like, okay, you have to have patience, and he is sort of ignoring her, and I was kind of a little upset at him, but it's sort of the standard, you know, for like a martial arts character type of thing, the old hermit kind of guy, Yoda, or whoever you might think of. Outside there's a car alarm going off. That's good. Or somebody just beep. No, I think it's a car alarm. Anyway, But then she asks, like, so Aku made all the stars? And he says no, and he tells her this story about the sun and the moon shooting arrows and creating the stars. And it's a cute little story, and I really liked the character designs. So he takes her to a few places. First, he shows her this tree, and he says this is the last tree of a large grove that used to exist. And it's a very pretty tree. It's a red color, and we see all the trees. And then it goes back to just the one, and it's sad. It's a sad scene. And I could really feel for him and for sort of this world in that scene. He shows her Aku City, and it's a very Blade Runner type of place. There's a few interesting clips with these different merchants that I thought was cool. And then Jack steals all these clothes, and he looks kind of funny. And this kind of calls back to like the first episode of him being introduced in the world. And since this is an episode about Ashi sort of changing and being maybe not reborn, but being, you know, like sort of acquainted with how the world actually is, it seems it's a definite callback to that. I think he had similar clothes in that episode when everybody was calling him Jack and he first gets into the city. Anyway, so he gets these funny clothes. He has like a big hat and a big coat and stuff. And they are able to get into this tower. And I thought this part was kind of strange. There's this very like Russian robot or some kind of alien guy. He comes in and he is a criminal who has been exiled from his world. And the guy at the desk shows him a place that's inhabited by all these like children. And he says, "Oh, you can move here." And he says, "Oh, it's already occupied." The guy says, "Is that a problem?" And he grins and says, "No." And I felt like, in a way, this was maybe sort of like anti-immigrant. I guess the idea is it's like saying, like, this is how they judge if someone is, like, strong enough to be in Aku's army. But I don't know. I just feel like it came off kind of strange. But I don't know. I don't think it was, like, malicious. And I don't know if it was necessarily anti-immigrant. It just seems very, like, sort of like, I don't know, like people going to jail, or like immigrants, like, oh, watch out, they're gonna just kill you. And it's like, but considering Genndy Tartakovsky is himself an immigrant, I don't know. Okay, next, Jack shows Ashi all of these ruins, and he is sort of given up. She says, "We have to fight Aku. We have to destroy him. You know, I'll do it." And Jack says, "Well, there isn't a way. I don't know how." And she's very determined. And then he's given up. And all of a sudden, there's this like guy coming out from these ruins, and there's all these dead blue characters that remind me of some kind of like underground comics with an X type of thing. And he says, "All the children were taken to the factory," and Ashi and Jack go. And this door opens and all these kids are there, little blue kids like gremlins actually, and Jack is chased by all the kids. And Ashi goes to destroy this sound generator that's controlling them. And this is a clear call to like gremlins. Like they've shown like Mogwais have characters before, so anyway, Jack is fleeing from them. And I feel like this is the first time we've ever seen Jack with no weapon. That's probably not true, but it was interesting to me because he just can run. He has no weapon at all. There's not really anything he can pick up. And the way he's running reminds me of like James Bond or some kind of like 60s spy thing, and sort of like 60s type animation, or maybe like 70s type animation, like early 70s. That's not necessarily that out of the ordinary. I think Genndy Tartakovsky used that as a reference point a lot of the time. then, anyway, Ashi gets to this room and she's trapped. She's pinned to the wall and being electrocuted, tortured. Kind of like in Metal Gear Solid with Revolver, Ocelot, and Snake. And the torturer is this really creepy guy in red armor. He is a man in red armor. He's not a robot, but he kind of looks like Moltar at first. He reminded me of that. He has like a deep voice. He has red armor. And he is very sadistic. He is really excited to be torturing her. And he makes these, to me, like vaguely like sexual remarks. And he is sort of like making fun of children being like abused and brainwashed. And she does not like that because that happened to her. He's saying like, oh, we just need this sound generator to screw with these little kids and turn them against you. And she breaks out and beats him up and throws him, and he that's the end of him as far as I know. It's kind of a there's no blood or anything, but it's kind of it's a powerful scene is what it is. She defeated her captor, and she's at this point like officially like turned around her life. Anyway, the show turns back to Jack, and the kids all fall down, and he freaks out. He thinks they're all dead. And he sees that rider again. And he goes with the rider. The rider says, it's time. And he says, yes. And he goes with the rider. I don't know what this means. What is this rider? I seriously don't know. Is that death? Is that he is chosen to, like, die? Or is it he's sort of gone to the dark side? Which I feel is kind of strange. Clearly he's having sort of like PTSD episode. Ashi walks in and she sees all the happy children, and it's happy, it's nice, and she's very gentle with them. We see the new Ashi, but she asks Jack, and we don't see him. You know, he's gone. And again, that kind of reminded me of Metal Gear Solid again. Strike! Right, is like that. But yeah, so he's gone. And it leaves me wondering, you know, where did he go? What is it? I'm really excited for the next episode, and I hope you are too. Anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Definitely subscribe, because we'll be back next week with a new episode review and more fun stuff about gaming. I have stuff coming up about the Pittsburgh Retro Gaming Convention still, one more part of that, and new Castlevania Let's Plays. And I'm going to try to go back to some of the other games I was playing, like Mr. Mosquito. And maybe one day I'll do that Fatal Frame review. Who knows? I also got to do those miniatures painting tutorials. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Again, don't forget to subscribe so you know when I'm back. And we'll see ya. Have a good one.